Okay, I want you to remember all of your past successes by building a victory table. Now, this, of course, is not a literal table. It's a figurative table. It's a mental table. It's a reminder of all of the things that you've succeeded in the past. And I want you to list all of them, tiny ones, right? If it emotionally registered with you as a success, I want you to list this. Let's say you learned the classic force. That's a success. Let's say you hit the winning run in Little League. That's a success. Let's say you had so much difficulty with a new puppet, and you finally got this puppet. You got the voice figured out. Very successful. You're super happy with the character that you created. Okay, so great. You've got a list of successes. Why do you need that? That seems kind of silly. Well, the answer is blackjack. Okay, so let's imagine that you're in a casino and you have $100 to play at the blackjack table. You got $100. You're at the $10 table. Now, if you have $100 to play and you're at the $10 table, that means you have 10 opportunities to win or to lose. My bet, no pun intended, my bet is that you're going to play very conservatively. In fact, not only will you play conservatively, instead of fun, it might actually even be quite stressful. You've only got 10 hands. You can play 10 hands in about 7 minutes. Bump, 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 boom. You're out of money. But let's imagine, just imagine, that you have $1,000. You're at the same $10 blackjack table. Now, imagine how you would feel. Imagine how you would play if you had $1,000, right? You've got 100 potential hands to play. My bet is you're going to play with more swagger, with more confidence. You're going to play more aggressively. And that's exactly why you need to make a victory table. Because the victory table allows you to remember the successes you've had in the past. You'll move forward with self-assurance, with self-confidence, and you will frankly play to win. The world is going to try to beat you up. And if you have an easy to access reminder of all of the things, and I think you'll be surprised by how many successes you actually have in your life if you only focus on the losses, and you should focus on them occasionally and try to make yourself better. But what we need is the ability to move forward with self-confidence, and the way to do that is to make a victory table. I want you to make a list of all of the past victories, and even if that victory to someone else might feel silly. An example would be when I was 11, we were in a championship baseball game, and I was a pretty good hitter. I batted number 4, and the defense out in the field assumed that I would hit the ball as hard as I could and score the winning run. But instead, I bunted. That means I just tapped the ball down the first base line because they were totally not expecting that. They were way far away. I ran to first base. I was safe, and more important, the runner on third base ran home. To me, and I was only 11. I'm much older than 11 now. That's a success. I did the smart thing. It was very successful, and it emotionally fills me up with success. And you can apply that to other successes, and especially you can apply that when you're moving into a situation where you may be in uncharted territory. So you need to make a victory table of successes. Build it strong. Okay, here are a few sample victory table questions you could start the list by asking yourself. Make up your own, because obviously your memories will be different than mine, but this is to get you going. Have you ever avoided eating a piece of chocolate cake at a birthday party to remain on your diet? Have you ever done this even one time? If yes, that's a victory. Did you lay down a bunt to win the Pee Wee Youth Baseball Championship when you were 12 years old? That's a victory. Have you ever sold a show to a really, really tough client? That's a victory. Did you get a standing ovation from a super tough audience? That's a victory. Did you finally learn to do the classic force when it was next to impossible to do when you first started learning magic tricks? That's a victory. Did you arrive at a birthday party show late? not your fault. You had bad directions. And the furious client ended up loving, adoring you, and thinking that you were wonderful. That's a victory. Did you make more money last year than the year before? That's a victory. Did the lights and power go out during the show, but you cleverly figured out how to finish the show and the audience ended up loving you even more? In my case, it involved several flashlights. All of these, victory, 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 victory. You get the idea? Even if your victory table is made up of ancient history, it's the feeling of success that matters. Because I'm telling you, hard times are going to come. And if you can face those hard times with sort of an arsenal of good memories, you're going to be better off. And the cool thing about having the victory table is, if you have those victory table reminders, we know from brain research that when you remember a dream, you remember a success, you remember a victory, to be honest, it's not always there. You are reconfiguring it in your brain. You are retelling that story every time it happens. That's why you need to make a victory table, because it will remind you all of those successes, and frankly, it will make those feelings, the emotional feelings of success, much stronger in you. And they should be. You have had successes over the course of your life. You've had them, and you simply need to remind yourself of them. Refer to the victory table list often. Keep reminding yourself of all the past successes, and then lean on them. Victory table photos. So I'm personally a really visual guy. So not only if I can read the words, if I can actually see an image, it will trigger those emotions in me. So I have a victory table. It's actually written down, but I actually have printed out photo-size cards of my victory table, because it instantly sends me to that emotional place of success. Now, so like in my case, I have a photo of a dusty old baseball. I have a photograph of me working the Magic Castle. I have a photograph of me having lunch with Jim Steinmeier, my favorite magical author. All of those things instantly put me in that place of success. Anytime I'm not feeling like Billy Bad Butt, I will refer to these. Anytime I'm taking on a challenge, I'll refer to these, because you need to be in that winner state of mind. You need to look at your past successes to help you feel like you can have success in the future. I do this all the time, and you can do it too.